welcome.
Hi everyone, my name is Kaitlin Ramirez. I'm a software engineer at Getty Images, and today I would like to share with y'all what I've done to be successful and to make sure I have a good network at my job after I have a job. Part of the inspiration for this talk was I went to Ada Developers Academy, and any 80s in the audience? Woo! That happens to be my little sister. And got my first job after graduating from Ada Developers Academy, loved it, and then the unexpected happened. We were acquired, there were layoffs. Oh my God, what do I do? And so while making the most of it from my job, I saw my friends who were laid off or friends then looking for jobs, the different techniques, and what was useful. And so I wanted to share my personal philosophy and what was helpful for me. I like overviews, and I want to just share a quick one. I'll share a little bit more about me, who your best advocate is, and that is you, and finding advocates at work. But first, a disclaimer. This topic is too vast and too nuanced to appropriately talk about in a short presentation. Every individual has their own unique traits that make every interaction different and impossible to provide general recommendations. To loosely quote Olivia Fox Cobain in her book, The Charisma Myth, how Bill Clinton would approach a problem is vastly different to how Bill Clinton would approach a problem, or how Ariana Huffington would approach a problem is very different from Ariana Grande. How season 1 Daenerys Targaryen would approach a problem is different from Daenerys in season 8, #worst Game of Thrones season ever. Our personality and life experiences shape our decision-making and conversational style, and each style has their own unique strengths that we simply don't have time for tonight. So
I'm sorry, your 5 minutes is up.
Oh, yeah.
Just kidding.
So a little bit about me. I have an interesting background. I've grown up with a lot of people asking me, what are you? My name is Kaitlin Ramirez, and people put me in boxes. Are you Indian? Are you Hispanic? Do you speak Spanish? Just what are you? Where are you from? I'm from Florida. I'm sorry. And I also grew up in a place, Florida, where North Florida specifically, where people put themselves in boxes. They identify strongly by the church they go to, what they wear, what car they drive, the political party that they're associated with. And unfortunately, people just understand boxes. But I want to tell you tonight that you are so much more than a box, and don't let other people put you inside boxes. For a majority of my life, I worked so hard to try and find the box that I fit in neatly. But don't do that, and if you are doing that, challenge yourself. Break free from the box. And just to be clear, what are boxes? Boxes are assumptions or stereotypes that you may hold about yourself and others. So, by breaking free from boxes, you will understand yourself so much more, and this is where you are your best advocate, because someone simply does not understand you as well as you do. And becoming more in tune with yourself, we're all human beings, we all think about ourselves a lot. By training our self-attention to be our best tool for self-improvement, you're gonna be unstoppable. And every interaction that you have with others, you will gain so much more out of it. You'll transform thoughts from being like, for example, for me, I shouldn't have said that. Oh no, oh no, how do I feel? Oh gosh, I'm really anxious. To this quote that I like that I hope is actually from Bruce Lee. To know oneself is to study oneself in action with others. And that's really helped me transform from any anxious tendencies of, oh, did I say the right thing, to, oh, that was so interesting, and I just learned something about myself there, and oh, next time I'll do this, or oh, I'll have to follow up with that person. And a lot more self-constructive and positive way of doing things. So my personal challenge that I'd like to share with y'all that's been helping me a lot is journaling. It'll just quickly writing down the thoughts and emotions that I catch myself going through in a workday, and it's helped me tremendously. For example, realizing what are my goals, which change sometimes on a weekly, monthly basis, what's blocking me from my goals. And then that then helps me to share with my manager or coworkers who can then help me grow in the ways that I want to grow. Or just little things like, gosh, I get hungry at 11 o'clock. I need to stop waiting until noon to be as productive as I can be possible. So I would like to share that. That's been helping with me, journaling. Oh, awesome. So another quick disclaimer. I'm running out of time, and I want to share how you can find advocates, but this is the tricky part. Our work environments are completely different. Your coworkers are completely different. So really, this deserves a nuanced approach on how to do this at your workplace. But speaking in broad, sweeping terms, I work at Getty Images, insert inspirational image. Finding advocates at work, my personal challenge and what's been helping me the most, I've done a lot of reading, and one of the old podcasts that I really like to use to listen to was called The Art of Charm, just to help improve, getting up on stage. Don't be nervous. Okay, how do you just not be nervous? Practice, try it. Talk to people. Oh gosh, I think I suck at talking to people. Start small. So, to finding advocates, really, you will find that when you may need something, it'll come from the most unexpected places. So everyone you should just talk to, and without any expectations of them, just see where things go. Life is mysterious, works in strange ways, and by having an open heart to everyone that you meet and being as earnest and true to yourself as possible and seeing people as true to them as you can be by not having boxes, I believe, and it's helped me so much, get so much farther in life. So just a quick recap, try and have a growth mindset, learn a lot about yourself as possible, meet people, ask for help, and like our prior talks tonight, practice building bridges. Any questions? Yes. That's a great question. I also want to give a shout out to a coworker that I have here too in the audience, Andy, who getting to know Andy has been fun. It's come in random places. We played a Nintendo Switch tournament together and complaining about Game of Thrones. And so it can start from the most small, random things. So because of that, I haven't had to urgently go to Andy for anything yet. Watch out, Andy. But it helps me create a bond. And I think not going up to someone saying, will you be my mentor? I advise against that. And it's really easy coming from at least the school, the boot camp I went to, where it's really taught, find a mentor, and a lot of articles online too, find a mentor. But what does that mean? I say kind of what's helped me is forget that language, just get to know people in whatever ways that you happen to connect and just see where that goes. Yes, hello. Wait, what did you never hear before? Oh, Ada, cool. Oh, yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, sure thing. Thank you so much. So, Ada Developers Academy is a nonprofit year-long boot camp for women and non-binary people and trans folks. It's here in Seattle, and it's a 3-phase interview process. And when you're admitted, the first 5 months are being trained in Ruby and JavaScript, and then the other months, -12, are your internship with sponsoring companies that sponsor Ada, and that's how the program is funded. Any more questions? I saw a TED Talk where it says to ask, what are your questions, as opposed to do you have questions? What are your questions?
How did you come up with that Rust concrete?
Oh, My dad is Puerto Rican and my mom is Indo-Guyanese. So, yeah. Yes. Hey.
As a person who is recently, I don't know if you still consider yourself a junior or how far along you're in your path, but as somebody who myself is more like later in career, what are you looking for or what do you think you were looking for? Maybe you could ask your sister in that from a junior employee perspective. Again, I don't want to put you in a box.
Oh, totally good.
Mentors, like what would be helpful to have from mentors? Is my question.
I'm just going to, I think, just run through all my favorite things that people have unexpectedly done for me. Sometimes just sitting at my desk, staring at my computer, like I don't know what a computer is anymore. And then just someone, maybe like in your role, just coming by and like maybe they're even running to a meeting, like, hey, you got this. Or if they do have time, hey, I don't know what you're staring at or where you're at right now, but let me know if you need any help. And they'll be like, for me, sometimes I have a hard time asking for help, and I may just say, oh, okay, oh gosh, that's so kind, thank you so much. And so people who I've really appreciated too, saying, knowing that about me, going, okay, tell me about it right now. And I'd go, oh God, okay. Other things I've really appreciated are consistent meetings if the person has bandwidth. And they don't have to be long at all. Even 15 minutes a week is so great just to have that support. I think that's a great thing that I've been very lucky to have, especially coming from Ada Developers Academy, is it has a support group. There's 48 classmates per cohort. And then there's the network, the companies that sponsor Ada. Getty Images isn't the company I interned with, but they're also a company that sponsors Ada. And so I was very lucky to be at a company that also sponsors my school. And so to recap, without losing myself, I would say just touching base, offering support when you have bandwidth, and if you can have consistent meetings with them, that'll be really helpful.
One more question.
Cool.